Hello and welcome to this week's episode of MEDspiration. What's the most important relationship you have in your life? I know if someone asked me that question without thinking, I'd say my mom. It's because I love you, mama. But the thing is, our relationship with ourselves will set the tone for every other relationship we have in our lives. In this week's episode, we'll be discussing why our perception of ourselves, when we're faced with adversity, failure, or heartache, can play perhaps the biggest role in our personal growth and overall health. Enjoy. This is my plant. I call her Marion. Believe it or not, we have something very in common with this plant. It's consistently growing, and so are we. It's incredible to think that this entire plant came from just one seed. For a seed to achieve its greatest expression, it must become completely undone. The shell cracks, its insides are exposed, and everything changes. To an individual who doesn't understand growth, it would look a lot like complete destruction. Take this cup of water on for size. Is it half full or half empty? Oh, it's half full, man. I'm optimistic. It's obviously half empty, man. The top is filled with air. Okay, is there another way of looking at this situation? If I focus on the half full side, I gotta ask, how long can we live without water? About 3 to 5 days. If I focus on the half empty side, I gotta ask, how long can we live without air? Only about 3 to 5 minutes. It's fair to say that sometimes there's a lot more beauty and significance in things than originally meets the eye. The same concept holds true when it comes to our inner struggles, such as heartbreak, failure, doubt, and self-loathing. For example, take a very close look at this photograph. The mother in this photo had an unplanned emergency C-section after losing too much blood during labor. She asked for this photograph to be taken a few days after what she considered was her worst nightmare. A C-section ended up saving her and her child's life. When we teach ourselves to seek something new in a well-established situation, like this woman did by finding beauty in her worst nightmare, we cultivate a skill that can transform our lives. By asking the simple question, is there another way to look at this situation? We open a doorway to unbound possibilities, finding abundance and knowledge in any situation we might be faced with. When we stop defining our self-worth or value through the scope of our pains and adversities, and rather we allow ourselves the room to make mistakes and grow, we grant ourselves the opportunity to turn these once perceived flaws into our strengths. This type of unconditional love for ourselves has the power to decrease stress, erase doubt, self-loathing, discrimination, and any hurtful feelings we may be holding on to, ultimately helping us become the most resourceful version of ourselves. That's it for today, folks. If you guys enjoyed this episode, be sure to give it a huge thumbs up. And if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe and become a part of the Healthiest family on YouTube. Thank you guys. I really appreciate your time. I hope you have a wonderful day. Peace. Yeah. So how you like being behind the scenes of MEDspiration, girl? See you looking all green for me, looking all special. I know you like that water. I thought we stopped recording.